me tell you a secret. The next time your teacher or professor asks, why don't you have a PowerPoint? Tell him or her, ma'am, sir, I don't have a PowerPoint, but I have a point. So what I'm saying is, today I brought a time machine. So I'm gonna take you on a time travel 5 years after graduation. That special moment in your life where you don't know where to go or what's next. I'm telling you, ask any adult this question, and you don't know the reaction that you'll get. It's a very simple question. What do you do? No matter after university or high school, it's always a very difficult question to answer. What do you do? Because for most of us, we just don't know what will happen next. And for me, it hit me when I was 21. What they say, a quarter life crisis. I just resigned from my first job and on the lookout for what's next or what's the next big thing. And in this point in my life, it's so easy to think that I failed, that I'm on a dead end. It's not good grades, it's not being a teacher's pet, or losing sleep that will get you success. But I'm not telling you to stop studying, so don't blame it on me, okay? What I'm telling you is that some things are more important. So as I was asking myself, if not these things, what makes someone successful? And more importantly, how can I turn this middle life crisis into something productive? Or how can it help me advance in my career? And while I was thinking about it, I thought, there's something that I gained, something that nothing else will give me, which is time. I had the time to explore, to learn new things, to read voraciously, and of course, to seminar hop. So I did that. I met a lot of people, I talked to them, asked them silly questions, even cornering my idol, which I will tell you more about later. Creepy tactics, as I will say. So there, after 2 years, it was during this time that I realized I had the time to create, to learn more, and today I believe it is the best time for me to share these 3 things with you. The most important 3 things I learned when I was unemployed. Are you ready? I can't hear it. Are you ready?
Yes!
Okay, thank you. The first one is the wisdom in listening. In a world of selfies or hashtag blessed or Instagood, follow for follow, it's very easy for us to think of what we want, what we have to say, what we believe in, what we have to bring to the conversation, and shut our ears to what other people has to say. Am I right? Of course, it's more important to see myself, what I look like, that Snapchat filter, and share it to everyone because hey, I look damn good. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But you know, the thing is, one of the most successful CEOs I've met told me this. Wisdom is a lifetime worth of listening when you have otherwise preferred to speak. And for such a talkative person like me, it hit me instantly. Because I want to speak, I want to share my ideas, I think I have something to say. But I pondered and think that, hey, when you listen, it's the time you share real ideas, it's the time you let them influence you, and it's a time where you can really have a good conversation and improve yourself. So let me tell you a very interesting experience that happened to me a few months back. So I rode this cab. After 5 minutes, the driver was already telling me that he was one of the 130 Filipinos who filed for their certificate of candidacy to become the president for 2016. So he was telling me about his vision for the government, what he wants to change, how he wants to solve the traffic in Metro Manila. And I was thinking, should I go down the cab? And I thought, but because it was traffic, I had no choice but to stay and listen. And I'm so glad that I did. After a few minutes, he was telling me about sovereign guarantee, cash flow flow, debit, credit, and things that I didn't expect from a cab driver. And he told me about an earlier passenger who told him, "Manong driver, why don't we just leave those problems to the next generation? It's their problem anyway." And then he responded, "You know what? Do you think if Jose Rizal, Andres Bonifacio, or General Luna thought the way you do, you'd have the liberty to enjoy this cab ride?" And I was thinking to myself, ooh, burn. So I just applauded his patriotic remark and gave him an extra tip, which he told me he'll use to burn the CD for his campaign materials in the upcoming election. And what I'm saying is, I'm so glad that I gave him a chance to tell his story. In this day and age where we always have to speak, I'm telling you, ask yourself, when was the last time you let other people talk? You let other people talk so you can listen. Listen to understand. You never know if the person next to you has the idea that can change your life. Because which leads me to my second point, the importance of small things. We see it all the time in TV or in movies, where interns or OJTs are asked to order, let me get this right, a tall, extra hot, no foam, no whip, 2 extra sugar, cafe latte in a grande cup. And they're asked to file spreadsheets every day and move papers here and there just so their boss won't break a sweat. It's easy for you to say, why am I not yet changing the world? Why am I not yet doing something important? Why am I not yet Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs or maybe Kim Kardashian? I have to be there. I have to be Kendall right now. But have you ever asked yourself, if you want to do those big things, why is it that you haven't done the small things right? Why is it that you can't get the tall, extra hot, no foam, no whip, cafe latte in a grande cup right? Because these small things, filing papers, moving documents, making spreadsheets, these are things that teach you character. The value of obedience, the value of diligence, the value of being resourceful, the value of being detail-oriented. These are values that you will not learn anywhere else. So these values will form your character, which will help you get over the third thing that I will discuss today, something that we are all very much afraid of. That is failure. Who here wants to fail? Come on. Who here doesn't want to fail? Okay. So yung iba, neutral. Okay. You know the problem in our generation? We are taught in school how to succeed, but not how to fail. We celebrate champions. We are told to think out of the box, but not too out of the box. Or else we get reprimanded, or worse, expelled. So, what is the learning in that if you don't fail in life? The thing is, it's easy to say that success is a one-time, big-time hit. But in reality, success is a cumulative effort of failing and trying and not stopping there, of days and years, of decades of hard work before you can finally say that you've succeeded. And only those who dare to fail can get there. So right now, I believe I've already discussed 3 things. But to quote Steve Jobs, there's one more thing. For me, when you're unemployed or when you're in the middle of things, in the middle of life, and you have so much time, you have to keep creating something of value. When you're out of work, you're faced with a lot of trials, of insecurity, questioning yourself every day, and that's a daily battle. So my challenge for you is to invest on yourself. Keep learning, keep creating, and keep making something of value. Because you never know if that thing will change your life. As for me, that idea that I made during the time I was unemployed really changed my life. when I created the platform that really became the community for millennials and like-minded people like us, I was given the chance to talk to these important people and even meet my idol. So, when I say interview, it means I corner them. It means I chase them around. It means calling their secretaries every day and waiting for 5 hours just to talk to them for 5 minutes. Because hey, fortune favors the brave. And if no one will give you an opportunity, get one for yourself. So what I did is cornered my idol. Because I really I'm a communication arts major and I really am looking up to this journalist. So when I found out that she's coming to our school, we sponsored the entire event. And then I saw her going to this elevator. So what did I do? I lined up at the back. And just when she put down the phone, I went to her and introduced myself. We took that elevator ride and I literally did an elevator pitch, 25 floors up, because she had no choice but to talk to me. But after that, she knew my name, even followed me on Twitter. We exchanged numbers. Like I said, fortune favors the brave. So for you, dear friends, who are in the middle of things, in the middle of life, in the middle of graduating, know that the middle can always be turned into a beginning. And again, for you, dear young friends, who are looking for work, looking for love, looking for the next big thing, let me quote these immortal words from Monica Geller from Friends. Welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're gonna love it. Thank you very much.